Another bombshell, as data reveals more than 3,000 Indians and Africans are now going to be deported according to a release from the UK Home Office. The UK government is really waking up already. They've started acting as required. It was stated that these Indians and Africans' licenses were fake licenses given to them by some agencies that have been closed down by the Home Office already. Also, they are facing deportation because they've not been able to secure employment from another company within the 60 days period given to them. Now, many people say this is not fair, but 60 days is enough time to get employment from another employer if you are qualified. If you aren't able to get another employer within 60 days, it means you are not qualified, in my own opinion. This means that over 3,000 migrants from India and Africa bought certificates of sponsorships and came to the UK unqualified. So why shouldn't they be deported? In today's video, we will look at everything about the recent news that puts more than 3,000 Indian and African care workers under deportation after license revoked. Before we begin, if you've not already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell icon to always be notified when we publish new updates. Now, pay close attention. Thousands of migrant care workers, mostly from India and Africa, were welcomed into the UK to help fill the 1 in 10 care worker jobs vacant after the COVID crisis. But after scammers abused the system, leading to allegations of modern slavery, the government appears to have tightened the application of the rules. Now, due to the rules tightening, most agencies that sponsored these migrants lost their sponsor license because the Home Office discovered the agencies did not exist at all. Meaning people were creating agencies and using them for business purposes without the knowledge of the Home Office, since they had staff shortage and could not adequately verify. Most of these fake agencies are owned by Nigerians and Indians who have settled status in the UK, which they use to sponsor their brothers and sisters to come to the UK. Now, due to revocation of their licenses, the Home Office decided to also revoke the certificates of sponsorship of their employees, who were mostly Indians and Africans too. Now, those who were qualified were able to secure jobs from other companies because the Home Office gave them up to 60 days to look for alternative sponsors, since this wasn't their fault. This is what Rachel from Nigeria, who succeeded in getting employment in another company, said. "I was able to secure a sponsorship with the help of a friend from church." She said the process not only affected her but also her 3 children, who came to the UK alongside her husband as her dependents. "Each time they come back from school, they will ask me if we've seen another sponsor. So it was really stressful for them," she said. She said others in her company have not been so lucky. "It's terrible, some of them cry," she said. "You see a grown woman crying like a child, you wouldn't even know the words you would tell her to console her." It was stressful, but she found sponsorship. Why? Because she was qualified. What then happened to others? Listen. Another care worker called Catherine from Nigeria, who is going to be deported, described the experience as hell. She left her job as a teacher in Nigeria to become a care worker in the UK. Imagine that transition from being a teacher to being a care worker. How then could she find another employer?